Hello my friends and welcome back to the rabbit hole. I present to you my holiday gift for 2020, a skincare declutter series. Listen, it's the best idea I could come up with. I'm sure some of you are going, I'm just gonna quietly re-gift this, but thanks for the thought, Alice, it's okay. But I do want to give you an introduction to this declutter series so you know what is going on. So basically, I needed desperately to declutter my skincare collection like I never have before. In the past, when people would come over, they would always leave with their hands full of products, just anything that I felt might be a nice gift for someone. I would just say, hey, do you want this? Do you want this? This might work out well for you. And it really helped me to not have an out of control skincare collection. But we all know what happened in the year of 2020. So I've been over here watching my skincare collection seemingly reproduce behind my back, just grow to a level that is absolutely out of control. And I got to thinking about it and I thought, well, you know what would be nice to do? Declutter all of these items and ship them off to my friends and family along with the other holiday gifts that I already purchased. And then that got me thinking this could actually be really fun to share with you. I don't know how this is going to go over with the skincare community because at this moment, declutters kind of rose and fell in the makeup community. Did you guys observe that? There was really a moment for them, and then I think people either got tired of them or just got tired of seeing how big YouTubers' collections are. We absolutely have a lot more than is normal because the idea behind, a good review channel would be to compare all of these products and find the best ones for your viewers. But that also does mean trying a lot of products. So that's what we're going to be tackling in this series, is getting this to a much more manageable level and sharing some of the products that there's no way I can finish. A few things to note here because a skincare declutter is going to be very different from a makeup declutter. First off, I hope you do understand that a lot of these products are already almost empty. So, when you're talking about makeup declutters, you often look at these eyeshadow palettes that have so much use in them. For me, when I'm decluttering my skincare, I don't want to pass along a product that has, 2 or 3 uses. I want to pass along a still fairly full product. And again, keep in mind that skincare is just a different category as a whole. It's a lot easier to finish your skincare products than to finish your makeup products. Secondly, this is by category in the same kind of format as my empties videos, so hopefully, since you guys do seem to enjoy those, hopefully you'll like that carried over into the declutter series as well. I did try to pull out all of my favorites initially, as well as to pull out products that Ara uses. However, you'll notice that halfway through I kind of forgot that was my system. Rest assured, Ara did go behind and pull out the products that she uses that I didn't even know she uses. So we're all good, but there are less products that are technically decluttered. Well, technically, I still don't really use them, but now she does. Anyway, the third thing that I wanted to make sure you know is that throughout this video, throughout this series, I'm going to be telling you products were gifted to me, and the reason I'm doing that is because on a technicality, this nerd right here read through the FTC guidelines, and that's what you are supposed to do. I do know that a lot of YouTubers don't do this, and it makes me look bad, and I'm sure it's annoying to watch a video and have someone constantly tell you that, but on a technicality, that is the law. I know because, again, I read it. And like I did mention earlier, all of the products that you see me declutter are going to be passed along to family and friends. I'm not going to be bothering with selling any of these products, just give them away to somebody who will enjoy them. So that's it. That's everything you needed to know. Let's go ahead and get into part 1. All right, everyone, we are starting with the category of gel cleansers, daily cleansers. We'll call this daily cleansers. So as promised, I do want to start by taking out any products that other people in the household use, which means I have to pull out the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. This is one of Ara's favorite products. This was gifted to me by the company, although worth noting, they gifted me this size. I've actually purchased the smaller sizes in the past. This is the jumbo one, 13.5 fluid ounces. Oh my gosh, you guys, funny story on this one. So Ara says she loves this one so much because it's a very gentle daily cleanser, but it also removes her makeup. So she said it's just an all-in-one product for her. I don't think I realized how much she was using this because more recently I've had to use a lot of acne treatments. I had a really bad breakout a month ago. So I went to pick this up this morning, right? You know how when you have a milk jug and people in your household have been drinking it and you don't realize it? You know how you pick that jug up and you're like, whoa! That happened to me with this. She's got to be down to maybe here in this. I'm going to have to buy her another one. I cannot believe how much she's used of this product. But yeah, anyway, it really is a great product. Wonderful if you have a more dry skin or sensitive skin type. And I do think that's why she enjoys this one so much. Okay, so then let's pull out my personal favorites. You know, I feel like favorites is such a funny word because some of these I enjoy using more than others, and some of them are necessities, you know what I mean? These two right here, these are both benzoyl peroxide cleansers. The CeraVe Acne Foaming Cream Cleanser is at 4%, and the PCA Skin BPO 5% cleanser kind of tells you exactly what it is in its name. So I need both of these. I would say I use these at least 4 times a week, and it really tremendously has helped my skin type. I cannot use benzoyl peroxide topically as a leave-on product, but it turns out I can use it in a cleanser, and I actually I love it so much that I stocked up on 2 of the product that I don't necessarily love using, but I love the results. You follow what I'm saying? Neither of those are too drying. I need to keep both of these for my acne. And I think we'll also go ahead and mention the Kate Somerville Eradicate next. So I bought this as a bit of an alternative to my benzoyl peroxide cleansers. This should have been in my haul, but I had an audio issue at the moment. So this is actually pretty new. This contains 3% sulfur. And again, the reason I bought this is just so I don't overdo benzoyl peroxide with my more sensitive skin type. I thought in my head, what if I get another acne fighting ingredient and have that in my cleanser as well? And that's been really helping me out. I actually, in all truth, you know what I was just saying with how favorites are a difficult topic, I enjoy using that more than these because it's actually really fun to use. Look at it, it's pink. It's a beautiful cleanser. So, I've got a whole strategy here for my acne, and I need these for that purpose, which brings me to my last part of my strategy, which is I need to have a very gentle cleanser for when I've, accidentally overdone the actives. Who knows exactly what I'm talking about? Leave a comment below. And I feel like you can guess I probably enjoy this cleanser from how much is left. Imagine if I tried to gift this to someone. I got you a gift. It is a sample packet amount of a full-size cleanser. For the record, that is something I would do, but I swear I'm still a nice person. I would be like, just kidding, here's a full-size cleanser. No, in all reality, I am going to finish this cleanser because I love it for those sensitive skin days. I had a different favorite last year. It was the Lovely Skin Cream Cleanser, but yeah, I absolutely have to have a cream cleanser around, which actually kind of presents a problem because I don't really have another cream cleanser. I actually may have to buy one after I finish this one. Oh no. A huge selection of cleansers, but nothing that quite compares to that. So I think what we'll do actually, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I keep the Primera Gentle Comfort Gel Cleanser because even though this one has a different texture from this, oh no, I forgot to tell you, this was actually gifted to me from the brand. So even though these are different textures, gel versus cream, this one is gentle enough that I think it will serve the purpose that this one has been serving for me of a gentle alternative when my skin is extra dry. So we're going to go ahead and keep both of those. So we've pulled out half of the cleansers. We have exactly half left here. I'm definitely going to keep the Good Molecules Rosewater Daily Cleansing Gel. I have been enjoying this, but I actually want to do a lot more with it. If you saw my empties video, I was talking about how I want to do more with Good Molecules. I want to do a second trial. So I'm definitely going to keep this. Plus, I do love it, and it's really nice to have affordable favorites so that it doesn't break the bank when I have to go repurchase it. Which actually means I do want to keep the e.l.f. Bounce Back Jelly Cleanser as well. This is it's a fantastic $6 cleanser. It's so nice. It's almost fun to use also because it's got this beautiful texture to it, a beautiful coconut scent. I actually really enjoy this, which means I think these are the 4 that I'm going to declutter. This one I knew from the start I was going to declutter because if you guys saw the video in which I talked about this, this was sent to me by Stylevana, but I had an allergic reaction. So I saved the box because if I know something didn't work out for me and I'm going to pass it along, I'd rather give someone the ingredients. And we just talked about that on this channel, why that's not necessarily helpful. But anyway, somebody will enjoy this. Because, you know, that's the thing with allergies. If you have an allergic reaction, that just means you had an allergic reaction, not that the product is per se bad. So I think I'll find someone to give this to and they'll enjoy it. The Ordinary Squalane Cleanser, I just find myself pretty underwhelmed with this. Let me make sure I have enough to give this to someone without being insulting. I guess I do. It's just kind of neutral for me. I think it's fine. You know, it kind of removes makeup and it's a nice gentle cleanser, but I just don't get a lot of enjoyment from using that. And in a Marie Kondo fashion, I think I'm not going to hold on to it for that reason. This one, I actually know exactly who I want to give this to, the Truly CBD Jelly. The reason I'm decluttering this isn't as much because I don't enjoy it. I actually do. It was a beautiful jelly texture. This was gifted by the brand, by the way. 200 milligrams CBD, beautiful ingredient, salicylic for fighting acne. But the problem is the ingredients lists have completely changed. So I don't really feel that I can talk about it on this channel. You know, I don't feel like I have an accurate representation of what you would be able to buy. So there's not really a lot of point in keeping that, but since it's a nice product, I will make sure that goes to somebody who will use it. And with the Dr. Denise Hydrating Cleanser, I actually really do like this. I'm kind of tempted to keep it just because I can see that fulfilling the same need as, whoops, sorry, throwing things. These two, the Primera and the Piperberry. That was gifted by the brand. That's actually, you know what, let's pass that one along just because I need to declutter. That's the purpose of doing this, and I will absolutely find someone who will enjoy that. It is a nice, gentle cleanser. The next category for this video is exfoliating cleansers, and just so you know, this is kind of rather roughly divided into physical on this side and exfoliating on this side, but not necessarily because some of these also contain enzymes for exfoliation. Right here, we have AHAs for exfoliation over here. This is enzymes as well. Anyway, we're going to go through everything. Let's make sure we pull out any products that the household uses. So I think we both love this one. The Lancer, the Method Polished Normal to Combination Skin. This is such an incredible exfoliator. Dr. Lancer has basically an entire theory behind exfoliation. I'll link my video if you want more information. This is very low. We have so little left of this, so we're definitely going to finish this. Probably the favorite of everybody. Also probably the most intense exfoliator that I have here in terms of a physical scrub. Although please do know that this is still not as harsh as a walnut scrub, I would say, and yet I'm not necessarily just opposed to walnut scrubs. It's a very complicated conversation. I try very hard on my channel to have a philosophy of do what works for you and stop doing anything that doesn't work for you. So let's just leave this topic. If you enjoy physical exfoliators, so do I. If you don't, I'm glad you found products that work for you, or I hope you do find products that work for you. I'm also going to go ahead and pull out the Fresh Sugar Strawberry Exfoliating Face Wash. I think Ara just loves fresh. This was gifted by the brand. I've seen her use this quite a few times. This, in terms of exfoliation, is definitely more gentle. These are my 3 more gentle ones, plus the peeling scrubs. So yeah, I'm going to definitely pull that one out for her, although it's still pretty full. Maybe I'm mistaken. I think she uses this, though. Now, in terms of my favorites here, I talk about this one all the time, the Rosen Super Smoothie Cleanser. Oh my goodness, this is one of those where I get so much joy from using it. It smells, as you may expect, like a smoothie. It's got just enough exfoliation. It has fruit seeds in it, so definitely more gentle, something I can use every day, whereas with the Lancer, I use that probably about 3 times a week, which I believe is his recommendation for acne-prone skin. So this one definitely works for more frequent usage. This is my 2nd bottle of this one now. I love this. And because we're so low on the Lancer, I want to make sure we still have a little bit more harsh of a scrub as well, which is why I'm so glad I was able to find the Arcona Cranberry Gommage in an Ulta sale. This was on Ulta clearance, 75% off. I paid $12 for an exfoliator that is this amazing. I got lucky. I got really lucky. So I'm definitely keeping that. I also absolutely want to keep the Primera Mild Facial Peeling Gel. That is so new, I haven't even hauled it on my channel. I grabbed that the very last day that it was available for 50% off. I do want to keep this. I've changed my opinion on peeling gels. I used to dislike them, not because I dislike the product, but because I dislike the mentality that I saw of people, you know, saying, oh my gosh, I can see so much dead skin. I've talked extensively on this channel about how it's not actually dead skin that you see, but the real catch for me is that when I read about how Korea, you know, where these products originate from, how Korea views these products, I realized that this misunderstanding is exclusive to Americans. Koreans know that this is a physical scrub. The product balls up on itself to give you a very, very gentle physical scrub. So I definitely do want to keep this and, you know, kind of give peeling gels a little bit more fairness than I've necessarily given them in the past. Look, nobody's perfect. I absolutely disagree with my past self on the way that I felt about these. So I bought more. I bought more to revisit that conversation. I, of course, want to keep the Good Molecules Pineapple Exfoliating Powder. By the way, both of the Good Molecules products in this video were gifted, although I bought a bunch more and we'll be reviewing those soon. So we're definitely going to set this aside for that upcoming video. In the meantime, I'll tell you that this is an exfoliating powder, so is this. Between the two, I actually have to say this one, the Amore Pacific, is easier to work with. This was gifted to me as well. I noticed that I have to be more careful in the mixing process with the Good Molecules. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying? I have to make sure that I have the right amount of water, not too much or too little, whereas the Amore Pacific is a little bit more forgiving. All that said, I'm actually looking at all of these going, do I need any of these products? I think I'm going to be that jerk who says, yeah, I want to keep this because it's such a beautiful product. Also because I misplaced this for a long time. When Zeta hit and we had to clean out our refrigerator, I realized that this had fallen to the back of the refrigerator. I pulled it out and I went, I own this product? So let's make sure we keep that and get a little bit more use out of it. That leaves us with 5 products here. Let's talk about everything going on here. The Ghost Democracy Transparent Gentle Exfoliating Daily Cleanser. See, this was sent to me. I would not have purchased this for myself because the cleansing step is not where I use AHAs. The cleansing step is where I use benzoyl peroxide. It's where I use sulfur now, but it's not where I use AHAs. It's just not my personal preference. So I definitely am going to go ahead and declutter this one. Again, it's not a bad product. It's just not a product that I would personally have selected. The 9 Wishes Rice Foaming Cleanser. This is so nice for people who don't want a hefty physical exfoliator. It is probably the most gentle out of everything here, this or the Gentle Peeling Exfoliant. But I do tend to, you know, enjoy a little bit more harsh of a scrub. So I actually think I'm going to go ahead and declutter both of these because, again, I think somebody will appreciate them more than I do. The Simply Coconut Smoothing Micro Polish, this too is just a little bit more gentle. And, you know, again, nothing wrong with this. This is just all personal preference, but I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter that as well. I've been a little on the fence about what to do with the Indie Lee Brightening Cleanser because it's very new to me, but I'm just not using it all that much. I think let's go ahead and hold on to it. You know, this isn't going to be the same type of declutter as a makeup declutter because I really do plan to finish everything. So yeah, since this is brand new, I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to this. Oh, by the way, this was gifted to me as well. This is from the iHerb brand. Let's go ahead and include makeup remover in this video. These are products that aren't necessarily considered cleansers, although you'll see why I use the word necessarily. Okay, first off, I want to pull out anything that I know Ara uses. I know she uses these. The Almay Makeup Free Zone. These are little pads that you can just apply to your eye area, to your mascara, and very easily remove. They're great for convenience. I tend to not use products like this as much, but I know that she does use them. I tend to prefer, go over my favorites here, You know Bifacil is my favorite because this is a dual phase remover. Can you see? You probably can't see because it was on its side, but it has a clear layer and then a cloudy layer, and I'm almost out of it. Surely you can see that. So I love this because it removes everything. If I am wearing something that is extremely hard to remove, let's say the Norvina palettes, those are tricky to remove. This removes that. So absolutely will be keeping this. May have to repurchase that actually. But I do use micellar water in a different way. If you're a subscriber, you already know about this. So we have hard water here, and because of that, I use micellar water as an AM cleanser a minimum of a couple times a week. I've kind of moved away from this so much, away from relying on this, just because I have so many cleansers from, buying them to test them out as well as receiving them in PR. So I don't do this quite as often as I used to, but I still do swear by doing this. My favorite for that purpose is the Drunk Elephant Erase Milky Micellar Water. The reason that's my favorite for that purpose is because it also contains all kinds of excellent ingredients that are great to leave on your skin. We've got ceramides, wild melon seed oil. It's a beautiful product, not just in terms of giving you a quick cleanse, but in terms of giving you a bunch of hydration. Yes, here's a bunch of hydration. You know what I mean, though. So I really like it for that purpose. I would not recommend this for people who use micellar water as a first cleanse. For that purpose, just go with Bioderma. There's no reason to spend extra on something where you're gonna, wash away these nice ingredients. So I will be keeping the Bioderma. I'm pretty low on it anyway, but I will finish this one off as well, which leaves us with 4 products. I don't think I'm going to declutter everything here because I want to make sure I have a backup for my Bifacil, which actually puts me between these two right here. I think both of these were gifted to me. I was about to say I was going to keep the Elemis because it's so similar to Bifacil. You can probably see that. Actually, you can kind of see the two phases. Do you see the clear phase and the cloudy phase? But you know what? This Touch and Soul one, this has really surprised me. This is a creamy version of Bifacil, and I can't believe how well it works. You know that haul video where I talked about it, where I had a lot of makeup on that day? I used that to remove everything, and it really worked. I actually think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep this one because it's unique. It's not quite as expensive as the Elemis. Yeah, I'm going to keep this one. I'm just going to surprise myself and keep that one. Which means I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter all 3 of these. This is a little hard because there's a part of me that's saying, you might need this Elemis one, but I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go... Should I do that, or am I being self-sacrificing for the purpose of not having people in the comments saying, you kept too much? I might be doing that. Let's talk about ones I know I'm getting rid of then. So the Dr. Dennis Gross Hyaluronic Marine Melt-Away Cleanser. This is a very unique product, but it turns out that it's unique in a way that I'm not sure I can incorporate into my routine. This was very kindly gifted, but the reality is, I think this gives me the same thing as a micellar water, meaning it's a nice morning cleanse that you actually don't have to wash away. You can just kind of wipe it off, but nonetheless, I think it's better for people who are using their micellar water as a first cleanser. I think this is a product that is more for you, and I tend to use a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil instead of a micellar water. So I think it's yet again a case of not really a perfect match for my needs, but still a good product. So it's one that I'll happily pass along. Somebody will really enjoy that. This one is just funny to me. I wanted to try to find a drugstore alternative to Lancome's Bifacil, but this Maybelline Expert Eyes for waterproof eye makeup, it's just mineral water. I looked at the ingredients and I realized after spending $7 on this much mineral oil, I got ripped off. Listen, mineral oil works to remove makeup. It's not quite the same as these dual phase removers, so it's not what I wanted it to be. And also, you just buy mineral oil. You don't have to go to Maybelline, who's putting, this much into a little tiny tube and marking it up to $7. You don't need to do that. So don't do what I did. Yeah, I don't really need it because I prefer products like this. Last category for this video, this is all of the cleansing balms and cleansing oils. I wanted to make sure this was separate from makeup removers because the reality is you can use these products if you don't wear any makeup whatsoever. These are very helpful for removing SPF as well as makeup. I do have, different types of products here. Personally, I prefer cleansing balms. I just get a lot of enjoyment out of using them. It feels very ritualistic, for lack of a better description. However, I'm not the biggest fan of cleansing oils. Oh, by the way, I don't think Ara uses anything here. I think she just uses the Fresh Soy Face Remover. So I'll just go ahead and pull out my favorites. You know how we're doing this. So my favorites, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, well, my favorites are all of the balms. I love using these. This Eve Lom one, this is kind of a little older, so I'm definitely going to keep this, and let's prioritize finishing this because this was gifted by the brand. It's too expensive for me to repurchase, and I need to quit doing that thing of I love this product so much that I don't want to finish it. Do you know what I'm talking about? Especially with expensive products. So we're definitely going to keep that one. The Juno Skin I'm keeping because it's incredible. It's exactly like using the Clinique Take the Day Off. It works so well and it's affordable. So, it's so funny for me. It's almost like products that are less expensive. I have so much less guilt about using them. I really need to get over that. I need to get over that. This was gifted as well. All four of these were gifted. I am very fortunate in that aspect. So the Elemis, this one is also very fun to use. This one has, both this one and the Eve Lom have such a beautiful scent to them. It's really an experience to use those two. And then the Biro Rice Cleansing Sorbet. This one is also very beautiful. I had purchased the Glow Recipe Cleansing Balm and I returned it after it was kind of a disaster on my skin. I missed some aspects of it, but then I realized, I really get that same kind of beautiful texture from other cleansing balms in my collection, very much including this one. So yeah, we're just going to keep all the cleansing balms. Would it be weird to declutter those anyway? It kind of might be. I didn't even think about this earlier in the video, but jars are, how do you sanitize a jar? So yeah, we're just going to keep all of those. Which brings us to these. These are essentially cleansing balms in a tube. And between these two, I will say that the Kanuka is a little bit more for daily use. I do like this. This was gifted as well. I think I do want to keep this just for the convenience sake. Look at this. It's the same style as, what's the Drunk Elephant one called? The jelly cleanser. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I can't find words for, but you know what I'm saying here, right? You can read my mind. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep that, which brings me down to these three right here. I really have a lot of cleansers, so I'm not sure if I'm making the right choice here. This was gifted to me by iHerb, and I said in that video I didn't like it. I think this is for oily skin, so I'm definitely going to declutter that one. Is this empty? Well, I guess we'll declutter that one. That's the Boscia Makeup Breakup Cool Cleansing Oil. Yeah, I don't typically use cleansing oils. I bought that a while ago, so I kind of more slowly worked through it, but nice, Alice. Nice, put an empty product in your declutter. Okay, so that leaves me with this one. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do, I think since I'm already giving away some other cleansers from the makeup removing section, I think I'm going to keep this. Again, it may be too much. If it is, I'll find people to, in particular, pass the tubes along to. So these might not stay just because these are products I can easily sanitize and pass along, but I do like them. That's the thing. That's why I'm holding on to them. I do genuinely enjoy them. So this is everything that I'm decluttering. I feel like I did do really well because this is, filling up my entire screen. I've got a lot of products here to pass on to homes where they will be loved. We'll pull this guy out because he is an empty. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.